do a fist means I'm still thinking, and a thumb up when you're ready to share your idea. We roll in. Alrighty, so how much did you get, Shelly?
5,200.
5,200. Okay, does anybody else have that same amount? It's just artery, like point at yourself and point at the other person. Does anybody have anything different? If you just put your thumb back up if you have something different. Oh, all right. So do you want to start and explain how did your brain figure out?
Is 5,000.
I'm sorry, so you said 100 times.
50.
Okay, and
I broke apart 52 into 50 and a 2.
Okay.
And so then I first multiplied the 100 times 50
Okay.
and got 1,000.
And
I'm sorry.
no, just
5,000.
I literally can't.
Yeah. No,
I
5,000.
I
No,
literally
good.
had no idea
I
what
did that
you
on
said.
purpose.
Okay. Did you say
5,000.
5,000. Okay, does everybody see where she got that? Did anybody else start that way, the same way? Some people are saying they had a little bit different. Okay, why don't you go ahead and finish, right?
Got 200. And then I added 5,000 plus 200. And the answer is 5,000.
Some of you, did anybody do that like completely? Their brain thought it the same way? If you could just shake your hand like this. Oh, I love it because we have a lot of different ideas. The way their brain was thinking about this problem.
2 zeros in front of the 52, or behind the
Behind.
50. Behind the 52. Zeros from the 100,
Okay, so you took the 100.
and then I just put 52, or put the 2 zeros, yep, behind, and I got
Okay, and
5,200.
why were you putting the zeros back there?
Because I know anytime you times like 10 or 1,000 or 100 or 1,000 or 10,000, you just take the zeros and put it in behind the number, and that's how you just get the number. That's how I get it. Yeah.
It's really hard to break
That's
it
it.
down when you've done it so many times.
So many times, it's just automatic.
Yeah.
Can anybody add on to that? Trying to think. Well, first of all, did anybody do it that way? You just
Kind of,
moved,
yeah.
like, used the zeros. Can
Oh, yeah.
anybody?
Just did 52 times 1, which is 52.
Mhm.
And then we know that the smallest place that the number can hold is the hundreds place. So you have to add 2 zeros to make sure that 2 is in the hundreds. Because at 100, you're taking 52 times it by 100.
Okay, because this has to do with the hundreds. Okay, so what did
The
you do?
2 has to be in the hundreds place, so you have to tag 2 zeros to make sure the 2 gets in the hundreds.
Okay, and how did you know the 2 had to be in the hundreds place?
Because you're taking 52 timesing it by 100. So that number, 52 times 1 is 52, we know that. So because you're timesing it by 100, that 2 has to be in the hundreds place.
Okay, does everybody understand that? Anybody want to add on or clarify? Or add on?
So when we do for the elementary level, we would say, so you're picturing like a hundreds block,
Mhm.
you know, like the base 10 hundreds blocks, and for every, you have multiplication means groups of, so you have 52 groups of the hundreds blocks. So each time you're adding 100 to each group, which is why it would be that base 10.
Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to everybody? Just see. Okay, so you're saying 52 groups of 100 would mean. Can you finish
There's
that?
a 100 base 10 block for each group of 52, therefore you would have 5,200
Okay.
actual little ones pieces when you're all done.
How many hundreds blocks would you?
52.
Would you agree with that? 52, so would equal 52 100 blocks.
So I automatically made it like the standard vertical algorithm.
Yeah.
So 100 at the top times 52 on the bottom.
Like this?
Yeah,
And did your brain put the 52 in a certain place?
no,
underneath
just like how you're writing it.
it? Okay.
But then I already knew that it was gonna be 5,200 because I've done multiplication problems like that before.
Okay.
So I already knew that you needed the 2 zeros
So what did your brain do first on this? You want me to write, what should I put down first?
Oh, I set it up like that, but then
Yes.
I already knew it was 5,200.
So in your mind, you envisioned this, but then
Yes.
you kind of jumped, did you kind of just jump to more like this thinking, or was it just completely, you just knew it?
I
Like,
just
you just
knew.
knew it.
Yeah.
All right, anybody else just kind of know it when they looked at it?
I
Everybody
mean,
think about?
we all knew, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, anybody else have a different way? All righty. I'm just gonna give like 10 more seconds. How much you got for that, see if you agree with your partner, but more importantly, I want you to see, did your brain think about it the same way? Like talk out your thinking and listen to your partner also talk out their thinking. Okay, so if you can turn.
I did 50 first.
Okay, see, and I was trying to follow your logic,
Challenging number.
but then I ended up subtracting 200 from
So
100.
it's just about
Yeah, that's what exactly what I did. I was like, oh, she said it was the 100.
I was in the middle, I was in the middle.
I was doing it the hard way. I was doing borrow the 10,
Yeah.
50, 10,
I
and
did
then
it.
add a
I
9.
first thought I had to say no, I'm not.
Yeah, which when you said that made like,
Do the first
I could actually, I feel like I guess it is great because it's that way.
Right, because it's like a string, it's like her number string. I learned all about them talking about
It's all the better every time.
Oh,
It is amazing.
it is an amazing way. I did that over.
Back to people, then I would just have them give me a thumbs up because I always wait. Because there's always somebody like, oh, everybody else is done, so I'm just gonna skip you talking, but no, I'm like, nope, everybody's gotta participate. Did your partner participate? Like I will checkpoint, but I usually can hear when I walk around, so that's how I get them back. Did you come up with on this? You can go ahead and show.
5,148.
148. Anybody else get that amount? If you will just shake your hand. Anybody else get a different amount? Choose something different, got the same?
Oh, sorry. I'm not used to looking
I'm
up.
really not trying to kill you out, I really do.
No,
100%.
so her logic of when she explained the hundreds block, so I automatically just looked at that and was like, oh, I just have to take 100 away, so I got 5,100 because I did, all I thought about was like that 100s block.
So you were just thinking about like
Yeah.
100 block. So you thought, can you continue that thought again?
Yeah, so when I looked at it, I was like, oh, well, it's just taking one away, so I just said like 100, I took away one 100s block. So then I got 5,100.
We talked about how that happens all the time, like in fourth grade, because they don't learn what multiplication actually means frequently, so they're just like, but when you start thinking of groups of, you actually have to think about what group you're taking away, and the verbiage is so important to talk about what groups actually mean, and if you were to say like 99 groups of 52 and say it that way out loud, then you knew that you were taking away one group of 52 instead of the other way.
How could I writing support a student who says this? That's my question. How could I write something, draw something that would support, if all kids are like, nope, that's the answer, that's right, and everybody's looking at me, this is the hard part. I would do to help if we kind of got all stuck here and everybody's shaking their head, yep, that makes sense. What could I do?
I'm just sort of thinking like, show specifically, well, the original problem, or relate it back to the 100, and it's 100 taking away 1, turning into the 99. The 52 is not the one that's changing, so therefore it's not the 100 block that needs to be taken.
So you're like
away.
saying, actually write out and then change colors.
Relating the 100 block, and then you're taking one of those away to make it the 99, but it's not 100 that we're thinking of, it's still groups of 52. So that should be, the other number is the one that should be changing, not the 100 necessarily.
Does everybody follow what you're saying?
No, I just made it more confusing. That was my-
But you could start with the original problem and write 100 times 52, and then you could even put like a take away one under the 100. Like I'm taking away one group, and then you know that verbiage of saying like that multiplication is of one group of 52, where that multiplication is, and then you're just subtract. Then you know they see where that one is.
You know, when you use the number block example over there, and you had 100, could you draw a 100 block and then say, but I'm taking away one of these now? So now I'm doing not 52 100 times, I'm doing 52 99. I don't have 100 anymore, I have 99. So now each of my blocks has 99 and I'm doing it 52 times.
I would just put 99 groups of what? I would put a big question mark instead of the number 100 and have them have a discussion. What are we talking about? How many, 99 groups of what? And I-
Students because I'm second grade, so I think I start with the drawing and I will draw the one, just the one, and I'm going to say take it away. And because now we are working with addition, I know that it will be not too much, but they are going to start 99 plus 99 until they get it.
I get this question, doing the asynchronous number talk course, and I get questions about, so is it ever appropriate that I make this a teachable moment? And my answer would be like, nope, because math is figure outable. You always put a question out there, have them turn and talk again, have them get blocks, have them draw, get a whiteboard. Maybe they need to go back to their seats, maybe they need to go get a tool somewhere, but they can get tools, but you can't tell them. You have to say, how can I show them something that will get them thinking on a different track? Never ever say times again, because this has sense making in it.
Yes, which is what we talked about. Like if somebody would have said that when I was little,
Instead of just
Like-
multiply or
Yeah.
times.
It changes everything for some kids.
yes.
They just see it like, oh yeah, because they haven't moved out of additive thinking to think, what does this truly mean? Can I visualize that? So kids who are